Namaskar, Jai Siya Ram. Welcome to this English edition of Bharat Vichar Plus. Friends, what we are going to talk today, let's take the name of Lord Shri Ganesha because we do the Shubharam. What we are going to talk today is an interesting aspect of Keir Starmer is in China after 8 years. What does he expect to get? What is it all about? Is it really breaking the ice, or has Trump antagonized his allies to the core? What is this tango going between China, America, and UK? What are they going to achieve out of it? It's all basically, it's all thin air. Nobody's going to achieve anything. So I thought, let me talk this out and bring it to your notice. So what I would really love is that you have to really like our video if you have not done that, and kindly subscribe to all the channels we have: Bharat Vichar Plus, and Sumit Unfiltered. Now we also started with English programs, as you can see. Bharat Vichar is 6 live and Bharat Vichar Plus at 11:10, and occasionally we'll be uploading the English videos on the video section. So let's begin. What's happening is that it's a very interesting aspect what we see here. People are trying to make sense out of it. What the hell is happening? But when we go deep into it, the divisions, the fragmentation of the idea, the fragmentation of the trust is so bigger. The cracks are so bigger, you cannot really bridge them. Trump threatened Greenland tariff on UK. UK was a very close ally. UK decides to go and meet Xi Jinping. Now, he's on a 4-day visit, Mr. Keir Starmer, to meet Xi Jinping. And the kind of reception he got in China and the kind of things what wound up in China were pretty cold. Rather, the body language of Xi Jinping showed what took you 8 years to come here, and why are you coming here today? Because Uncle Trump snubbed you. Yeah, Trump threatened with the Greenland tariff and all. But do you think going to China is an alternate? Do you think if you start going to China, you will get rid of America and Trump? Well, that is not going to happen. That's the unfortunate part of it. Mark Carney went to China. He ended up burning a lot of bridges with Trump. And he ended up getting into a lot of trouble with Alberta, with that 100% tariff threat, and then another 50% tariff threat. And now Keir Starmer is exactly doing the same thing. The Chinese know you are here because you really need China now. You're not here when when it was a mutual need. It is your compulsions which has brought you to the China. It's not the other way around. So when these things start happening, the geopolitics starts heating up. The geoeconomics drives back, geopolitics. That's a given fact. But it has to be geoeconomic gains of both. It cannot be my economic gains and your timing, or my timing and my gains, and you are as a static or a constant there. Look what happened is the relations went bad because there was a allegation, there was a lot of proof which was possibly given to UK by their intelligence agencies. MI5 is the agency which looks inwards, and MI6 is the agency which looks outwards. MI5 told them that there were a lot of people, including Boris Johnson, including Rishi Sunak, and some of the key personnel in the UK, whose phones were hacked by Chinese hackers, and they were trying to listen to all the conversations which have been happening. And even if you look at the UK telcos, the telecom service providers, they were hacked. There's a group of Chinese hackers called Visual Typhoons. This group had hacked them, and they were kind of getting into the switches, getting into the routers, and the group is fully financed and managed by the Chinese Communist Party. They work for China. They are known to be very nefarious in nature. And these people have developed the capability, even they could record any call happening between an A and B. Now, very recently, I noticed something which I don't know you have, that Benjamin Netanyahu's phone, he was talking to somebody, it had tape put on it. The cameras were masked. I think a physical barrier is better than any of the electronic barriers. So if Benjamin Netanyahu's phone needs masking tape, I'm very sure things can really go and hit the bottom of the well. That is what was told. After that, Brits got furious. They said nothing doing. They said, okay, no 5G rollout with China, and whatever equipment you have put by 2026, and that has to be pulled down from the telecom service providers in UK and put in the dustbin or destroyed, whichever way you look at it. Now, the things had gone bad, that the Chinese spying on them, and there were trade disputes. There was a trade which went down by 52%, And suddenly the things were very cold and they became arch rivals. And and UK on record went and said that China should be penalized for what they did with the virus. Was it a complacent attitude, or was it something which was done intentionally? And you know what happened after that? That's all history. We are unfortunately all lived through COVID, and we have really faced the brunt of it. So that is the part we all know. So it was a hammer and tong relation. Finally, what happens is, because Keir Starmer wants to show his existence, because Keir Starmer is worried that EU has a trade agreement with Bharat now, with India now. Keir Starmer doesn't have that advantage. Now, everybody in the EU has that. Earlier he was part of EU, he did a Brexit, he became a different entity. Now, can you go and bridge the gap? Now, what Chinese have been telling them? Chinese have been telling them, we want a brand new embassy in London. Well, embassy is not a problem, but where do you want the embassy? We want the embassy very near to a major telecom hub in London. And what does the MI6 tell them? MI6 tell them, if you give them the permission to set up an embassy here, what these guys are going to do, they are going to hack into your telecom nodes. If they may not be able to listen to the calls, because now advanced equipment has been put in, because some latest and new equipment has come in. Traditionally, it was believed a lot of equipment in the UK, which they were using, was pretty old. So it was easy to hack, it was easy to manipulate. Now the things have changed. Now they're telling them, even if you put them there, they can hack into the systems and they can find the metadata. Metadata is like Keir Starmer is talking too much to Trump. There's a geopolitical tension, Keir Starmer and Trump are talking, and then, oh, UK and America, something is happening. Okay, Keir Starmer is talking to his ambassador in India. So then you again contemplate something is cooking between Keir Starmer and all. Keir Starmer is talking to David Lammy. Okay, now something is brewing there. So when you analyze the metadata, who's talking to whom and which duration and all, and you run them through a couple of algos and all, you're able to figure out that something is happening. So MI6 clearly said, no, there's no way you can give them this access. And this is the worst you can expect. With people like Salt Typhoons and all, they can really hack into your system and they can get much more out of the system than we can know and we can even know about. This puts a fear in the minds of UK. But to all my surprises, when Mr. Keir Starmer decided to go on a 4-day trip, he kind of is believed that an informal kind of approval is given to the Chinese embassy in the place which MI6 had told you, please do not give. You are going against the red flags raised by your own intelligence agency. And the agency is quite competent, by the way. So what exactly are you trying to cut ice with China? You have kind of given up. You wanted to go up there. And Xi Jinping is telling you, look, buddy, you are here after a lot of time, a lot of years. Better sign up something. Start signing. And tell me what can you bring to the table, because there's a lot of gap to be covered and we need a lot of quick fix to fix those cracks. So what have you brought? So this makes Keir Starmer in a very difficult situation, because if he goes and ahead and does a lot of things with China, that will upset Trump, and his own security czars will be going against him and telling you, sir, this is not what is expected. This goes against the natural and the national interest of United Kingdom. So if you are the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, how can you go and work against the national interests of the country? And China knows this is my time to extract that pound of flesh, because whoever is getting pissed off with Trump is coming and doing here. And what is CIA doing? CIA is exactly watching each and every step of Keir Starmer. They are watching his body language. They are, I don't know, kind of digital surveillance they have on him. They have a good idea. They have a good hang of what they are doing and what they are planning to do. So after this, will really the ice break between China and UK? Answer is no. So then why is Keir Starmer there? The idea of Keir Starmer going there and being there for 4 days is to explore possibilities and to give a message to Trump, look, UK is driven by its own foreign policy. UK cannot be dictated terms. But if I look at the economies of some of the Western countries, unfortunately, they are not in a very good shape. And if I look at, for example, Canada, the GDP growth has been, last year has been 0.6%. And UK is around 1.5%. Things are not good. Things are not rosy. And even China is not doing good. With a $70 trillion of cumulative debt, you can't be the messiah of the hope in the world. So things are a bit topsy-turvy. Things are getting a bit crazy. But let's see what happens. So By mere posturing and going there and giving these messages, are you telling that the things are going to work out for you? Or will you end up antagonizing Trump more? And will you kind of end up getting your country and your financials more into trouble, like Mark Carney has done? So whatever Mr. Mark Carney did, looks like Mr. Keir Starmer is not getting the lessons from there. So this China seems to be a no-go zone if you want to maintain relations with America. And if you don't want to maintain relations with America, then you might as well go to China or go wherever you want. Even today, Russians are kind of drifting away from China. India is very careful in handling China because we have some dependence on China. So we're very careful in handling China. So this taking the national interest not as supreme, taking your egos, taking your inhibitions, and taking your insecurities as the way to go forward. Is that what is the new geopolitics of the world? Is this how the geopolitical equations and the public relations and the foreign policies and the foreign affairs of the countries will be conducted? Am I just trying to show, like I read an interesting piece which said that Keir Starmer's approval has gone up after he did whatever he had to do in Davos. Well, that can put you as a person in a good frame. But if I look at Alberta and if I look at the proposed 100% tariff, you are risking 40% of the GDP of your country. Is that what your economic policy is? Is that what your physical policy allows you to do? I think that doesn't allow you to do. So if you look at Modi ji has been very cool-headed with all this. He has not been reacting. India has not been trying to become that, cowboy-like situations, but India reacted very patiently and very nicely with whatever has been happening. But anyway, having said that, everybody has his own options. Everybody has his own systems. We can't compel everybody to do that. That remembers me, I have to... Okay, so this is what I had to talk to you. And now, friends, I want to only talk of two things. One is the Sumit collections, which is Abhimantrit range of products. These products are Abhimantrit to the best of Sanatani practices. These is where the real Abhimantran happens. They are not Flipkart, Amazon kind of products. The things are done very to the utmost efficiency and to the best of the Sanatani practices. That makes these products special. And yes, you have to subscribe to all our channels. Bharat Vichar Plus and Sumit Unfiltered. And yes, goes without saying, kindly do like and share and subscribe this. And now I want to show you just two small offerings and then we call it a day. One is Sumit Advisory.
नमस्कार मित्रों, मैं आपके सामने लाया हूं सुमित एडवाइजरी, जो एक यूनिक इनिशिएटिव है जिसमें आपकी लाइफ, बिजनेस, पर्सनल, प्रोफेशनल कोई भी समस्या हो जिसका हम मिलके समाधान ढूंढेंगे। आप जूम के माध्यम से जुड़ेंगे, आप दुनिया में कहीं पे भी हो, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता। ये 100% प्राइवेट कॉन्फिडेंशियल है, इंडिविजुअल्स के लिए है, कॉर्पोरेट्स के लिए है, और प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच टू वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स प्रॉब्लम्स। इफ एनी काइंड ऑफ टाइप, इमिग्रेशन हो, फाइनेंसेस हो, कैरियर हो, लाइफ हो, बिजनेस हो, कुछ भी हो, तो आपसे निवेदन है कि आप इस इनिशिएटिव का लाभ उठाइए और हमसे जुड़िए sumitpeet.com के माध्यम से। ईमेल आईडी है sumitpeetofficial@gmail.com और sumitpeet.com पे जाएंगे तो आपको ईमेल आईडी, आपको व्हाट्सएप नंबर सब मिलेगा। आप हमसे जुड़िए और मेरी टीम आपसे संपर्क में रहेगी और इसको हमारा पूरा प्रयास रहेगा कि इसको हम एक सार्थक और एक बहुत फ्रूटफुल एंड की तरफ बहुत जल्दी ले जाए। नमस्कार, प्रणाम, साधुवाद।
Now friends, Sumit collections, you have to visit the website and get a better hang of it. Shivoham, 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 Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Chidananda Rupa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Shivoham, 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 Shivoham. On that note, I like to say goodbye, and I will be catching up with you soon. We'll be very soon getting more regular with the English programs. On that note, Bharat Mata ki jai, Vande Mataram, Om Namah Parvati Padaya, Har 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 Mahadev.